Hello friends, this video on alternating currents part 17 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 16 before going ahead with part 17. So now let us talk about the impedance diagram because now we know what is impedance, right? As you saw in the previous slide that how we calculated impedance. We calculated impedance somewhat like this, that we had resistance, voltage across resistance in one arm, the difference of voltage across capacitance and inductance along the other arm, and the hypotenuse was the net voltage or the source voltage, right? So similar to that or analogous to that, we plotted this impedance diagram where we told that Z, that is the net impedance, would be the hypotenuse, resistance of the circuit would be the base, and the difference of the resistance of the capacitor and inductor would be the perpendicular. And what is the phase angle? The phase angle is this angle phi. Why was the angle between, the question is that why the angle between Z and R is taken as phi? Why can't we take this angle as phi? Because that angle is between Z and XC minus XL. So why is it taken between R and Z? Because the direction of R is parallel to the direction of I, because the not R but VR, that is the direction of voltage across a resistor, is the same as the direction of current. So basically the angle phi is nothing but the angle between voltage and current. So if VR is along this direction, that means I is also along this direction, and phi is nothing but the phase angle between V and I. So what is phi? Phi is the phase angle between the source voltage V and the current I flowing through the circuit. Now this current I is parallel to VR. Therefore, we can say that phi is nothing but the angle between V and VR. So we considered that the angle between V and VR as phi. Now considering the impedance triangle where we replaced V with the net impedance, V was nothing but the source voltage of the entire circuit. So we replaced V with the net impedance of the circuit. We replaced voltage across resistance with resistance. We replaced VC minus VL with XC minus XL, right? So we could see that Z was equal to root over R square plus XC minus XL whole square. And we also found that the phase angle phi is given as XC minus XL divided by R. Now let us consider the following cases. First case is when XC is greater than XL. That means your capacitive reactance is very much greater than your inductive reactance. In that case, what happens? In that case, XC minus XL will be positive because XC is greater than XL. That means your phi will be positive. The circuit will be predominantly a capacitive circuit because it happens, right? Whoever is more, whoever's value is more, that person will dominate. So if your XC is more, in that case capacitive, so your capacitive inductance will dominate. So it will become a more of capacitive circuit. So in this case, what would be the relationship between voltage and current? In that case, current will lead voltage in this case, because in a general LCR circuit, we do not know whether current leads or voltage leads or both are in phase, right? Everything depends on that angle phi. Now, if I say that XC is greater than XL, that means phi is a positive value. That means they are not in phase. Phi has some value. But who leads? It depends again on whether the circuit is capacitive or inductive. If the circuit is capacitive, then it will have the capacitive features. So according to capacitive feature, current should lead voltage, right? So current will lead voltage by phi. Now on the other hand, if inductive reactance is more than the capacitive reactance, in that case phi will be negative. This will be predominantly an inductive circuit, and therefore voltage will lead current in this case, or we can say current will lag behind voltage. So whichever way you feel like. So this was all about a series LCR circuit. I hope you understood. So what are the things that we studied about series LCR circuit? We saw that if we apply some voltage, V is equal to Vm sin omega t, the current in the circuit will be Im sin omega t plus phi, where phi will define whether the current is in phase with voltage or it is out of phase of voltage, and if it is out of phase, then by how much, right? So here in this case, the net resistance of a circuit is given by, or it is defined by impedance, and impedance is given as root over R square plus XC minus XL whole square. So how do we get this value of impedance? That is very clearly mentioned in the phasor diagram. Right? Now the different scenarios, if your capacitive reactance is more, then the circuit behaves more like a capacitive circuit. If your inductive reactance is more, in that case the circuit behaves more like an inductive circuit. So these are the main few points which we studied about the series LCR circuit. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.